Etsy has been getting trashed for the last several years because of their lack of inaction when it comes to mass produced, non handmade sellers inundating the platform. All that may change with their brand new policy. All that and more on this episode of Seller News. Let's go. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. I am your host, LL. Glad to be back with you guys as usual. Joining me for this Friday edition of Seller News, talking about the most relevant things to you and your Etsy business that are going on today. And I have a couple of really good topics for you guys that I want to dive into today. The first one, diving right in case you missed it, there was a share and save workshop that happened within Etsy, basically going over the platform, the new share and save program, how to use it, how to make it work for your business. The recording is in your seller dashboard if you guys want to go ahead and watch that. I've done a few previous videos talking about the new share and save program. Basically, short and sweet, it's a way to get a kickback from sharing your links on social media, Pinterest, wherever you want to share your links to your own products. And then when someone comes, uses that link and buys, you get 4% kickback. So if someone comes and spends $100, you get 4% of that back in your Etsy account. It's supposed to be done automatically. It's supposed to be done through your payment account. So it's just another way for Etsy to give back. If you or already have a strong social media presence, have a bigger audience, this may greatly benefit you to get some additional money back. If you don't, it's worth a try. If you're sharing stuff anyway, why not use the share and save links? You could easily do it if you go into your listings, the little gear icon, click that, you'll see the share and save button so you can copy the link. Also from the Etsy seller app, you can post a review, which someone, if they follow that review link, can come back and you'll get credit for that. You can also post individual shop sections, as well as just the general share and save link to your shop. So there's multiple ways that you can share different links for different subject matters to get that kickback if you want to try it. Any little bit of money helps, even if it's 4%, right? The next thing that I want to talk about is Etsy's expanded augmented reality technology. They licensed Apple's technology, however you want to say it, to basically integrate it into the Etsy app. They've already been using it for painting, photography, and print categories since 2020. I find it hard to believe that it's been that long, but basically what it does is if you're looking at a painting through the app, you can then click the augmented reality button and then it'll pop that painting on your wall or wherever you're pointing your phone. Pretty cool stuff. It works pretty good. I was messing around with it this week some more because I honestly forgot that they had it and they introduced it a while back. They're expanding it to home furnishings. What that means is if you're buying a bench or you're buying a couch or you're buying, I don't know like how far, I guess if it's just anything under that category that they can do it with. I don't know if they're doing it for things like, blankets aren't really furnishings. I don't know. This isn't my niche, but it's probably more for furniture. Obviously, furniture. I'm learning on the go. I'm figuring it out as I'm going on, as I'm talking out of my butt on this episode. Anyways, it's a pretty cool feature, and it's Apple, so you know it's going to be good. Apple doesn't mess around with their technology. Their stuff usually works pretty seamlessly. So it's just another feature that Etsy is rolling out for buyers to have a better buying experience, which, hey, anytime you want to do that and make it a better buying experience for my buyers, I'm all in, I'm all happy. I'm glad that they are investing in these technologies because that's how you keep growing, keep expanding, keep getting new customers. So I think it's a good thing. If you haven't tested it out yet, go on the Etsy seller app or the regular Etsy app. It's the orange app. Not the seller app or sell an Etsy app, whatever the heck they're calling it these days. That's how you can go on as a buyer and kind of see this new augmented reality technology. It's pretty cool stuff. So I'd highly suggest that you test it out. And I don't think, as a seller, I don't think there's anything you have to do. I think Etsy automatically takes your pictures, scrubs them, makes it good, makes it ready to go for the augmented reality, which is pretty cool stuff. The last thing I wanted to cover, and this is kind of the biggest news, I think, and it is Etsy's crackdown of non-handmade sellers. Basically, the mass-produced crap that you're seeing on Etsy where someone's selling it and you know that they're not a handmade seller. And granted, Etsy did not help themselves by muddying the waters, allowing people to partner with manufacturers. Because technically handmade, you either have to design it or you have to make it. You can't outsource both. It's hard, as you can imagine, to crack down on this because you don't know if someone designed it or made it. And, I mean, if you partner with a manufacturing company, you know at a minimum they did not make it. Do you know that they didn't design it? That's a little bit harder. But you can kind of tell, we all can tell of the mass-produced shops that are on there, the Alibaba-esque shops that are just, they're selling, watches for $5 and they're mass produced and there's a ton of them on there. That person's probably not designing them. They're just buying them in bulk and throwing them all up on the Etsy platform. Anyways, Etsy is cracking down on this. They have a bot, they have technology that are flagging these listings, and they're basically, what they're doing is they're taking them out of search. They're not taking them down. They're taking them out of search so they won't show in search results until a human can actually go and look at them, verify whether they're handmade or not handmade. If they're handmade, they'll put them back in search. If they're not handmade, they're going to then take them down and violate that person for violating the handmade policy. So I think it's good. It's twofold. They're using technology to move faster. They're using a human to verify that they are correct or not correct. So they're introducing a human element, because we all know how the bot stuff goes. I'm sure all of you guys, or a lot of you guys, have had listings flagged or taken down that were incorrect, which has been a problem. And you have to understand, it's twofold, right? It's like, how do we move fast and without making mistakes, but do the right thing for Etsy and Etsy sellers and Etsy buyers? So that's hard. You have to kind of mesh the two, technology and the human element, but mistakes are going to be made, right? And that's what ticks people off. So inaction ticks people off. Lots of action ticks people off. You got to find a happy middle ground. So I'm happy to see that they are doing something about it. They say that reviews will take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, but their goal is to get it under 24 hours, because that's going to be the next thing. People are going to be upset that their listings are taken out of search. Granted, I don't think you'll ever know that it's taken out of search. You probably, if you're looking at your individual listing stats and there's no visits for a period of time, you're going to know. But otherwise, that's probably going to be one thing that's going to upset people if you figure out your listings are taken out of search. But just know this is something new. Hopefully it's for the better. If we can scrub Etsy of the garbage, I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. And that's one of the things that are really, that's really been disheartening to a lot of sellers out there. Do I believe Etsy is still a great selling platform? Do I believe that there is still a lot of potential? Yes, I do. But they're not perfect. Just like any platform. You bounce to any platform out there, none of them are perfect. There's going to be problems with every single one of them. I've sold on almost every single one of them. So I do believe there is potential and hope. I'm a glass half full type of guy though. So don't give up hope if you want to sell on Etsy. You want to continue to sell on Etsy. I think there are still good things on the horizon. But just like all of us, we're trying to figure it out. Now, I know I'm probably going to get some comments, people saying that Etsy's paying me off, yada, yada, yada. I didn't say a lot of good things about Etsy. It wasn't all good things, right? I am just a positive, glass half full type of guy. So just look at it that way. Look at your business that way. We can't all be negative all the time. Do we have to like stuff? No, but you got to move on with your life. Control what you can control. So a little bit of my soapbox here. I'm trying to get ahead of the trolls, that the comments I'm going to get. Unfortunately, it happens even for me. So that is it for this Etsy seller news episode. Hopefully that helps you guys out as far as knowing what is coming, what is here. so that you can apply it from your business. If you like these episodes, please leave me a comment. A positive comment would be nice. Like, share. I really appreciate it. I read them all. I'll be back soon with another great episode for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day and a good weekend.